Okay, just got home from taking the kids to the doctor. I'm tired. I look like a hot mess. But I was going to write a post about this, but I thought, I just really cannot even get it across in a post of what I want to say. I was at the pharmacy waiting to get medicine for the kids, and I was reading through like a blog on Facebook or somewhere like that. I don't know. Anyways, it was about a girl who had postpartum depression, and underneath it was a girl who apparently has never had that before comment and tell her that there was no such thing, that she was just being a selfish mom, and because life wasn't about her anymore, then that's why she was depressed. That stuff right there, that ignorance, and I say ignorant because ignorant means that you're uneducated about something. If you've never dealt with postpartum depression or anxiety or chemical imbalance, then you are ignorant to it. See, I'm ignorant to losing a child. I've never lost one, so I cannot tell somebody I know how they feel because I don't. I can have empathy for them and compassion for them and prayers, but I cannot say I know how they feel because I don't. So if you've never dealt with a chemical imbalance, chemical depression, ADD, ADHD, PMDD, any of that stuff, then you really cannot say what you would or wouldn't do or what it is or what it's not. First of all, it's not made up in our head. I suffered postpartum depression with 2 of my children. It wasn't made up. I didn't want it. I didn't invite it. I hated it, but I had it. And I fought it for months before I went and got any medicine at all. I thought that there was something wrong with me. And because of people like this person who puts a label on people who have chemical imbalances, it makes us embarrassed to say anything. It's like shameful or embarrassing. And it is a chemical imbalance. It'd be just like having diabetes. Your pancreas don't make insulin. Your chemicals don't make serotonin. How's it any different? It is so frustrating when people that don't have a clue don't know. People that don't have a clue, who's never dealt with depression, I'm glad for you. But let me just give you a little bit of insight. You literally sometimes do not want to live anymore. Does that mean that I'm going to hurt myself? No, but a lot of people do. But that hopeless feeling of despair that you cannot get out of. And you know nothing's wrong. Your family's healthy. You have a roof over your head. You have food. You know nothing's wrong. But it's like you cannot get up. Some days you can't get up. You stay in the bed, in the dark. Everything feels hopeless. Like it feels like you're in a pit, stuck, like mud. And when you deal with anxiety, which is also another chemical imbalance, there's this overwhelming sense of fear that you cannot explain. You cannot explain it. You don't want it. You don't like it. You don't like wish you had it. But it's there. And it's a heaviness. And for people that tell me and have told me before, well, apparently your faith wasn't strong enough. Okay, so I guess you've never had a cold or headache. Because if you had, apparently your faith wasn't strong enough. Because you shouldn't get that. We live in a fallen world. Fallen. Does God want this for his children? No. Does he want cancer for his children? No. Does he want people raping each other and robbing each other and hurting each other? No. Does he want racism? No. We live in a fallen world, though. That's what's here. So while my faith is strong, it doesn't mean that I'm lacking faith. It means I'm lacking some chemicals. That was good. Lacking some chemicals. No, lacking some chemicals. They don't even out sometimes during the month. It makes me so aggravated when people say stuff like that. Because they don't have a clue. Praise God you don't have a clue. Thank you. I'm glad you don't. Because if we all suffered from this, it would be a very, very dark world. And I don't suffer near as much as some other people suffer. Mine is a chemical imbalance that only happens a couple times a month. Some people have days they have weeks and months they can't get out of bed. And it hasn't to do with something that's happened in their life or an illness, like they're not in pain. They just literally, their mind is telling them that things are hopeless. So if you've never dealt with it, please just do us all a favor and just keep your mouth shut. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but, you know, sometimes it just... Oh, what's that song? What the world needs now is compassion. A little compassion for each other. That's all.